is time to continue our NCAA football win total series, and we continue in the Mountain West, and we are hanging out with San Jose State. San Jose State has not been a historically good program, but Brent Brennan did some amazing things there. I mean, since 2000, they made 3 bowl games. Brent Brennan comes in 2017, wins 2 wins his first year, one, but then finally in 2020 he breaks through 7-1. They get ranked. They go to a bowl game, 5-7 the next year, but then back-to-back bowl games, 2022 and 2023. That 2023 season was a 7-win season for them. They opened up with a loss at USC before losing to Oregon State. They would beat Cal Poly and then lose 3 in a row at Toledo, Air Force, and at Boise State. But from there, they took off. At New Mexico, Utah State, Hawaii, Fresno State, San Diego State, at UNLV, all wins. They would go to the Hawaii Bowl, where they would lose to Coastal Carolina. But 7-6 was enough to get Brent Brennan a new job. Brent Brennan's now the head coach at Arizona, and that meant San Jose State needs a new coach. They bring in Ken Niumatalolo, and he had some success at Navy. His first game was a loss in the Poinsettia Bowl back in 2007, but over the next 6 years, or 7 years, he would go to 6 bowl games. The midshipmen would move to the AAC. He would win or go to 4 bowl games in 5 years, winning 3 of them. And then in 2020, things started slowing down. 3-7 in 2020, 4-8 in 2021, 4-8 in 2022. And he lost his job. He is now at San Jose State, and he brings with him a run-first offense. So it's a very different offense than San Jose State had run. He brought in some offensive coordinators an offensive coordinator and offensive coaches to make it more run-focused instead of that option-focused. Craig Stutzman comes in from, he's a former Hawaii receiver. He's going to be in charge of that attack there. At quarterback, they thought it was going to be Jay Butterfield at quarterback. He is not on the roster right now, though. That brings Emmett Brown and Walker Eggett as the main 2 quarterbacks. Emmett Brown's going to get the first shot at the job. So hopefully he can do some good things. He's not a great runner, but he's a pretty good decision maker. Nick Nash is back at wide receiver. He entered the transfer portal, then came back. Justin Lockhart, who missed all of last year, is also back. They're going to have to replace running backs, though. Tyree Robinson and Quail Conley are both gone. They ran for over 2,000 yards combined last year. They bring in Grambling State transfer Floyd Chalk the fourth with Jabari Bates. It's a little speed backs in that situation. Problem is they do have to replace pretty much the entire offensive line. They do have Maris Tavulu, but he's a great guard, but he is basically the mainstay on the offensive line. On defense, the defense was solid last year. They were second in the Mountain West, but they did struggle on third down. They didn't have a great pass rush. They do have a good linebacking core. They have Ethan Powell and Tanila Latu on the outside. They should hopefully get more of a pass rush this year. Jordan Pollard is about a 100-tackle guy. He'll be in the center. The secondary is all right, but they were all basically backups at their last spots or there. They had Michael Dansby. He played some last year. He should be their starting corner. Safety, they bring in Liberty transfer Robert Rahimi, and Larry Turner Gooden comes in from Texas. Both of those guys were backups, though, and now expected to jump into starting roles for San Jose State. When we look at their schedule, they open up August 29th against Sacramento State. That should be a win. But then they got to travel to Air Force on September 7th. Probably a loss there. September 14th, they get the newest FBS program in Kennesaw State. Probably a win there. Then they go to at Washington State before a bye. They come off the bye. They're at home against Nevada. That will probably be a win. October 12th, Colorado State. They're at Colorado State. I put that in the toss-up category, but I lean loss. October 19th, they get Wyoming. Maybe a win, most likely a loss. October 26th, they're at Fresno State. That should be a loss. They have another bye November 2nd. Then they travel to Oregon State for the last road game of the year on November 9th. Probably a loss there. They finish up with Boise State, UNLV, and Stanford all at home. They might be able to get one in there. But if we look at the schedule, it's really lining up for about 4 wins. I think they do get one of those last 3 games at home. They get Sacramento State, they get Kennesaw State, and then Nevada. The only way it gets to 5 is they get Colorado State or Wyoming. But there's also the potential they end the season, losing their last 5 games, including the last 4 after the bye. The line initially started at 5.5 a lot of places. It's gone down to 4.5. There's still 1.5 out there. At DraftKings, the under 5 is -135. That is what we're going to hit on this one. If you like the content, make sure to like this video, share it, watch the other videos, and follow us on our social medias. You can find that in the link tree in the profile. See you next time.